Alrighty, welcome folks to the Central Regional Qualifiers right here, Eureka Springs, Arkansas. It's been quite a day today. 6-stage enduro leading down to this final race, top 10 women, male and female.
That's right, Ted. The racers are staging right now. So basically, these folks have been racing all day long.
Correct.
Right. This is a 6-stage enduro, all 6 stages timed. How many people do you think we had racing?
Ooh, we had probably over 100 racers show up this morning.
Shoot, looked like 300 to me.
It started at about 6:30 this morning. The rain was falling. There was very slippery conditions on the trails there, and everyone was stoked all day long. A lot of racing going on today.
That's right. Inclement weather. This morning we woke up and we thought, "Whew, I'm glad I'm not racing today."
It was tough to get out of bed. A few Death Wish coffees going down.
Couple Death Wish coffees.
And we were out there. And then we went out to the scene, scoped the scene, started the stage 1.
Yeah, about 9 in the morning. So racing from 9 in the morning till now, 100+ racers. Now, through 6 stages, we identified the top 5 men and top 5 women. And those are who you'll be seeing here today. Now, in this finals, what we're doing is we have 2 legs. The first leg is a 2-mile, nothing but trail ride. I believe, you know the name of the trail, Ted?
The first one, no, I just know it's stage
Passover.
1.
So they're running a 2-mile trail ride called Passover. They're running that as we speak. That's why we're a little bit behind schedule, because this first trail ride is going down right now. Now, we can't get camera coverage deep into these Arkansas
trees are too thick.
Woods here. So what we're bringing you today live is the second leg, which, this is the Gladiator Arena. As you can see on the drone cam footage here, we're in a special place, folks. We're in the center of this Gladiator Arena. This is the second leg, and that's what we'll be bringing you here in a little bit. These riders are making their way down Passover right now. We might get a little bit of drone coverage of that. We'll see. But actually, speak of the devil.
The riders are coming in right now.
Riders are coming right now.
Not in as a race, though, just to present themselves, kind of get familiar with the course.
Yep, they're on their course
They're
preview.
about to come through this section here we call the DMV. And pretty much they're going to stagger through this walking line here. The crowd is cheering them on.
So yeah, you can see them make their way down. So that's the DMV. That's actually probably the most mellow part of the course. Now they're going down what we're calling Stairway to Heaven, or the Cheese Grinder.
The Cheese Grater, depending on how
it treats you.
The rider approaches
probably maybe the most challenging part of this course.
It does seem though that they're coming down here with quite ease, Jack.
Yep. And wow, now. Yeah, we'll be bringing you some FPV drone footage today. We got a whole host of camera crew here too. I don't think we have all the drones in the sky quite yet for this walkthrough here. Yeah, then they're finish line right there in front of the crowd. This is what a spectacle. What an absolute scene.
This is, probably one of the coolest race events that we have hosted. And the reason being is that it takes a lot of different skill and technique. Bodhi over here just coming across the finish line saying, dude, what is that?
Yeah, that's fun to see.
It takes a little bit of downhill, a little bit of techie, slab navigation, some uphill, being light on your feet.
And a mixture of, something that people have been talking about all week, Ted, is this trail composition. The trails here and just the general geology. And now, I'm no geology expert.
Sedimentary.
We believe it's a sedimentary rock that we have here, and they're calling it shale, and it's sharp. It's super sharp. It's super chunky.
People out here getting shale shocked left and right, Jack.
Yep.
I saw it yesterday. I was down on stage 4, I believe, and I watched 4 people just absolutely stack it in this one technical section. And after that, I realized, this race really does separate the racers from the average one-wheeler.
I mean, when we rode yesterday.
Yeah, I was ditching my board left and right.
I was like, having trouble catching up.
I would like to consider myself a decent rider, but as
I don't know about that.
as we were riding these trails, it's a completely different terrain than what we're used to do, in California, Santa Cruz. Nice loamy lines, really soft and playful. There's nothing playful about these trails. It's like riding on knives.
We may talk to Dom Williams in a minute here.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Now, Dom, is from the Southeast. Dom is one of the fastest riders that there are on the planet. Dom got sliced up 2 days ago.
Dom
10
had
stitches.
with that shell. 13
stitches. Yeah, don't short him a stitch there. To the knee, and he actually finished 6th, a few milliseconds behind the 5th place finisher. So we're not going to see Dom here today. He got bumped from that final 5.
It was quite a close race this morning. If you tuned into the Onewheel Racing League Instagram, we went live, which is still on the IGTV, posted in different stages, and I sat in. Isaac was close near him. Tahoe Dave came through and absolutely rolled. Back to
No, that's exciting to see. And we haven't done
male and female too, even on the female side.
Yeah.
There were some heavy hitters. Racheal Cecil came out, and then Racheal Payne came through, smoked a section by 30 seconds.
Yep.
And
took a fall as well. So it wasn't a clean run. So yeah, that'll be interesting to see how that shakes out.
A lot of people too also had completely different strategies coming in to this race in the enduro and the stages. Some people, blew 1 through 6 on one run and just clocked in their time.
Like Dom.
They wanted that focus, to hit all 6 trails.
Yep.
Some people, I was talking to, hit 1, 2, 3, taking a break, little lunch break,
drink some water,
getting refreshed, hit 4, 5, 6. That's the beauty of this time trial today. Is everyone had these RFID chips on their wrist,
right?
And you could enter the stage and exit the stage at any time you'd like.
Yep.
And the time count would catch you.
And this is our first enduro race here, and it is interesting to see how the strategy comes into play. Now, typically, what you see from Onewheel Racing has been border cross. So usually we have fire roads, wider trails where we're sending 4 riders at once. Down the trail, and you take top 2 riders.
Yeah.
Here today, this is a timed exercise, a timed race. So
the trails are pretty damn skinny.
The trails, 4 riders on these, not gonna work.
We're not having the Bermuda Triangle and the Squirrel Pig Straights here on this race today.
No.
This is gonna be some tight, narrow, technical racing.
Single track, pure
speed,
pure
play,
adrenaline. Single track. Yeah, absolutely.
And we're excited to see it.
But you're right, Ted. There has been some different strategy with the enduro format, so what we're gonna get here is we're gonna get the time that these riders just laid down on that first 2-mile trail through the woods.
Correct.
Plus 2 laps into the arena.
Correct.
So what you're gonna see here in a minute is you're gonna see 2 laps coming into this arena from each of these riders. That time is gonna be added to the time that they laid down on their 2-mile forest single track trail trip. And I think what's cool about that is that it's really putting everything to the test for these folks. It's endurance.
Yes.
It's trail riding, and then whatever the heck we got going on here, it's this too.
Absolutely. It covers all bases of one-wheel riding. You got that tight single track. You have really technical slab sections that we're going to see, and you have that wide open, just pin it, So, Jack, let's go on. Let's do a course preview here with Laser.
Yeah. Laser
ripped this course here this morning. The dude's riding high.
So here's the start of this second lap here. So you start on this single track grass section.
Temptation.
This is the Trails of Temptation, folks. So sweet, but it'll break your heart real quick.
And just wait. You'll see here. You have a nice downhill section. You're right with that uphill.
Yeah, so and there's 3 sort of signature chunks here, I would say. The second of which, probably the most challenging. Laser has some nice speed carrying through this beginning section here. As you can tell, it's rocky, it's wet, it's cold.
not favorable conditions.
For some
whatsoever.
California boys, like, he's handling it pretty well. So
That was the first chunky section that leads us this little like uphill.
Yep.
Not the most extreme uphill though. You'll see it kind of raises a bit here in a second.
But talking to him, it sounded like he liked that uphill section, a lot.
Also, Laser's pretty light on his feet, and I think that's a real key to crushing this segment here, is staying light on the feet, but also staying heavy on the gas pedal.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. So he trips up a bit. Where is it?
Yeah, it's right over here. This is one of the gnarliest shale sections of that rock that you're going to hit.
Big
I
chunk.
think he bobbles. The big thing right here is after that slab rock that you got to cross, it's a very deep and loose rock section.
Yep.
So if you try to punch it too hard, you're going to stuff that nose.
Yep.
And you're going to have to reset your board. So the key is to follow through that slab section, keeping your momentum, and slowly keeping that pace, moving up that rock.
Yep. And it is a balance, right? Because you need to carry speed, but then you have these sort of uphill moments as well. So, but all in all, I mean, I think he made this whole section without coming off his board.
I do remember.
See.
Oh,
he said
I remember,
this was tough.
This is a very sharp corner there. There's
Yeah.
two ways to take it. You could speed up hot on that top corner and do a real quick cut, or you kind of slow down and you take that inside corner. I'm excited to see what the riders are going to choose for the line.
And here we have sort of the bridge. We're calling this the what are we calling this?
The used car lot.
Used car lot. You can take whatever you like here.
That Chrysler's pretty damn nice.
Yeah, except for that Chrysler minivan. That's coming home with us.
That one's, yeah.
But so through the lot here into the backyard, this is right above the Gladiator pit that we're in here. He's making his way into what we're calling the DMV. This is your.
It's like you got the fast track through the DMV if that was the thing.
Get in
You're
line
just cutting
here.
the line.
Yep.
Scissor back here, down here.
And this is to the left of the audience. It's fun to have people in the stands here today.
Yeah, as you can see, all the audience is also stacked up at the highest possible point to
Doesn't
watch
make a
those
ton of
riders
sense,
come
but that's
through.
okay.
It is what
Now
it is.
down, this is probably one of the most challenging sections. We're calling this Stairway to Heaven if it treats you right, or it's the Cheese Grater if it treats you wrong. And over the bridge.
Bridge to Terabithia?
The bridge to
Did we confirm
Terabithia.
if that was actually a thing or not?
It works for me.
All right, cool.
And then that's a steep uphill, actually, short but steep uphill. Now you're above where we're sitting here today, Ted. He's about to drop in to the right, and there's a sneaky little bump there, huh?
Yeah, Laser really likes to take this little speed bump with real consideration.
He does. Usually he's carrying a camera. In through the streets, a sharp right turn into the gravel pit. We were debating about bringing a lion in and having it sort of be a battle to the death, but we thought that would be
a little much.
A little bit much,
Yeah.
exactly. So
they finish there. They'll come over here to the podium.
Yep.
Talk to them.
Yep.
Have a good time.
This is going to be fun.
Indeed.
This is going to be
I rode this
incredibly
course.
fun.
I rode it about 15, 20 minutes ago, and I had a smile, just ear to ear.
Yeah.
I was like, this is a good time here in Arkansas.
It's like absolutely, again, a little bit of everything on this course, and just how fun this scene is just absolutely so over the top.
The scene in the crowd, too. We've had people come from Hawaii, from California, from like the entire continent of the United States. We got people out here.
Yep.
And it really is cool to see all these different people come out and see how they stack up against all the riders in the world.
All right, Ted, let's take a look at the standings. We have men's finalists first. Okay, so this is after 6 stages.
Top 5.
The top 5. Young Bodhi Harrison with 16:48. Brenden Schurmeier coming in 40 seconds behind him. Don't check my math. Could be wrong there.
Close. Quick math.
40 seconds over 6 stages. I can't. That's a pretty big gap, honestly.
I think it is a very big gap.
We had at Race to the Rail, I think some people may think that he could have performed better at Race to the Rail. Strong showing here today.
What Orie did say, though, to me this morning was that he feels so stoked to come out of hibernation in Ohio, where they haven't been able to ride a whole lot,
Yep.
And they're able to come out here, and he laid down a fast time. He was a bear coming out of hibernation looking for some berries.
He's trying to eat. And then last but not least, we have Neil Bennett and Austen Silva.
Two underdogs.
Well, I don't know if they're underdogs, because coming out of last year's Race to the Rail, Ted, the two names that I kept hearing when I asked the riders that were there, who
So, a lot of competition for that race for real. It was a very tough decision. But I am glad to see them come out here and be a top 5 rider in the first qualifier.
Both Northern California boys.
Yeah, not even being a Central California or Central American.
Where are we?
Yeah,
we're in the center of America right now.
There's a lot of good barbecue.
We're in Arkansas.
Good trails.
And now, Ted, we're going to check out the women's finalists.
Let's hit it.
Top 5 here. So break this down for me, Ted. Who we got?
We have Racheal Payne coming in 20-34. And Allison Stanely and Amanda Thompson. This is also going to be a pretty good show because Racheal Payne might have a little bit of advantage spending some time here on the trails.
Yep.
A time or two before.
Yep.
But
we'll
Racheal
see if
Cecil
she's
came
ridden
out
this though, because
no one's ridden this.
This second leg
hold on.
here.
Yeah, no one's ridden this trail that we're about to do for the finals.
Exactly.
So it really evens out.
Racheal Payne has 30 seconds on second place and a minute on Raequel McCosker in third. That's a chunky margin right there.
She was looking fast this morning, but she also took a tumble.
Yeah.
During her enduro race.
Yep. But still posted a good time.
Still posted a good time.
You have to think that she's the favorite.
She might have that hometown favorite behind her, but I think that Racheal Cecil is going to come smoking for that first place title.
You think she's the dark? She's your pick?
I don't know. It's too close to call, and the camaraderie between these women is too tight to have a complete favorite.
Absolutely. And another thing about Racheal Payne, right, is that she earned herself a bid to last year's Race the Rail, but in the last minute,
oh my gosh, that's right.
She was not able to make it due to an injury.
I didn't even think about it. I totally forgot about that.
So Racheal Payne, we'll see how she performs here today, but she has to be the favorite. We're getting word that we are getting pretty close to getting these riders ready to rock. We're going to see the women race here first. And Ted,
I'm excited.
This is some exciting programming we got here today.
I'm excited. Race the Rail is going to be hot this year.
Yep.
The fact that we have 3 qualifiers leading up to it is the juice.
Let's talk about that. Let's talk about it. So this year we founded the Onewheel Racing League because Onewheel Racing is blowing up, quite frankly. Every year we host the Race the Rail, which has been sort of the Super Bowl, but this has gotten so big that we now need to find the best racers in every region of the country. So we started a qualifier system. This is the Central Regional Qualifier. We're here in Arkansas. We're also hosting the West Regional Qualifier in Las Vegas, May 1st and 2nd. If you're a rider, you're interested in doing some one-wheel racing, you want to just come have a good time.
Yeah, all
Las
West
Vegas,
Coast riders. All West Coast
lots
riders.
of West Coast riders here today as well. Las Vegas, May 1st and 2nd. That's going to be a lot of fun. And then the East Coast happening in North Carolina. The great Justin Thompson is throwing that race.
Our commissioner,
the commissioner of the ORL. That's in June 20, in the 20s.
Somewhere around there.
Somewhere in the 20s. But yeah, if you're interested, pop over to the our website, and you can find that information there. But very exciting to be here, Central Qualifying Regional. Now the top men and women's racers here today are punching a ticket to the Race to the Rail.
That is true. This trophy right here.
Yep, they're going to host that trophy.
The camera's backward. I got to get used to that.
They're going to host that trophy, and they are going to walk away here with a check and an invite to the Race to the Rail.
Also, just one side note, having a live crowd after a year of not having a live crowd is rad and also very distracting. I'm not used to
That's right, Ted. Live crowd is
people.
distracting, but it is awesome. And what an amazing turnout, as you mentioned. A lot of people from all these people are hanging out, distanced and with masks, which we appreciate.
Yeah.
But it is a really awesome sight to see.
It's just been a fun time.
These stands with some light shine through today, and it's a lot of fun. I feel like them today. I'm just excited to see what happens.
Yeah.
I think we all have a little bit of that going on here. So yeah, it sounds like our women are getting ready,
lined up.
They should be dropping in a little bit here. And shoot, yeah. What are the main storylines for you, Ted, coming into this one?
Well,
let's say on the men's side, we just talked about
Yeah. Men's side was actually when we were setting down the final race today. I was able to sneak away for a little bit, do some Instagram stories and stuff. If you're not tuned in at Onewheel Racing League, that's where all the behind-the-scenes content is throwing down.
True.
And I spent some time up there at the ticketing booth, you know, when everyone was checking in their time slots. And there was a lot of underdogs coming through with heavy times.
Right.
There was a lot of upsets. There was a lot of favorable name posts and a 6-stage enduro to get a top time to compete here in the finals. Bodhi was not worried at all about his time, about his speed, about anything. Dom was asking him, you know, what Strava times you putting down? What's your KOM? If anyone is not familiar with Onewheel Strava, it is a whole world of ice skating. And why ice skating, Jack?
This sounds like this doesn't make any sense. Now, you can track all of your rides in the Onewheel app, but what some of these people have done here to track specific trail times here in Arkansas is to pop over to the ice skating section of the Strava app, and they lay down, you know, fastest times where they can compare how they're doing against each other on these trails. So there's some fast ice skating times here in the mountains of Arkansas. But yeah, the key there is that Bodhi was very focused on what he was, right?
He knew what he was coming here for.
Dom, I feel for the kid. He got 13 stitches in his knee 2 days ago. Amazing kid. 2008, 19 Race to Rail winner.
Isn't it also, just side note, isn't it crazy how much this has changed since the 2019 Race to the Rail?
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
You're talking about Dom.
Oh yeah. The scale is growing every year for sure. But yeah, Bodhi very much in flow state, very much that was the storyline going into last year. I thought last year was going to be Bodhi's year. And then Brenden beat him.
Yeah.
Brendan's in this here today too. Brenden actually posted the second fastest time.
Yeah.
So
I was there when he punched that time card, and everyone was like, it went Dom, X, Y, and Z. We got a dude just jamming down the stairs over here. But the energy that Bodhi brought into this, I think, is the energy that is needed to win this race.
Yeah. Yeah. But, stacked, right? Brenden. And then we got.
It's all good. We're getting ladies to start now. We just got word.
Yeah. Why don't we talk to Dom?
Sorry.
Dom, you want to come chat with us for a second?
Come on here.
Ladies
Dom.
are getting up to the start line, but we got time to talk to you real quick. Let me mask up here, bud. Ladies and gentlemen, the great Dom Williams here. How's it going, bud? Good. What do you talk to us about the trails here? What's sort of your scouting report on what you guys rode today?
So the trails are extremely rocky, and it's kind of like chunkiness, and it's like really, really small rocks, and they're razor sharp, as I learned on Thursday. And they're really fast, and they're super flowy with berms, and they're super fun, exciting trails.
Dom, what stage did you take a tumble on?
End of stage 3, I was riding down practice lap, and we were like riding right behind each other, and I just it was kind of a pile up like on the Tour de France, and just this one kid went down, and then another person hit them, and then I hit them, and I Supermaned over them, and I cut my knee really bad.
13 stitches.
11 stitches.
Oh, 11.
And
we were off. Yeah.
I rode down, and I was like, why is my leg so wet? And I looked down, and there was just blood pooling on the board. Oof. And I was like, whoa.
But then tell us about your comeback story. You came back next day, threw down some times.
And then
you were number 1 at a point.
Yeah, I got all stitched up, and I forgot to take Advil in the morning, so I was so excited. And I hopped on the board, not really able to walk, hopped on the board, and tried to throw down my best time.
You went stages 1 through 6 back to back to back, correct?
I did not. I charged in the middle.
You did 1, 2, 3, charge, 4, 5, 6.
Yes.
Okay.
What are your keys? Like, whoever takes this, what do you think they're going to do here? What's the key to winning this race here today?
I think from what I've heard of the course changes, it's kind of just who can go the fastest without falling. I think it's going to be just hammer down because it's from what I've seen the course and how they've changed it a little bit from what I've heard. So it's not really as much like there's a little section of trails. It's really short, and then it's just through here. You guys will see. And really
Who do you have?
I think Austen, if he doesn't come off his board, will throw down a really good time. But I mean, I think Brenden Schurmeier could throw down a really good time. I mean, as we saw with Orie today, there are some dark horses in the pack, and so and Bodhi, like there's Bodhi, he's super. There's some really good racers.
How about of the on the women's side?
On the women's side, I think Racheal Cecil, really fast, been riding forever. I met her at Flow Life S2. She can throw down some extremely quick times, and as well as Raquel. Raquel's been riding probably as long as anyone here, and from the beginning, and she can also throw down some really fast times. So in the women's, it's a Racheal, other Racheal, Payne.
It's all Racheal's.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of Racheal. So Racheal Payne, she can throw down a really fast time, and as we see right here, she is currently in the lead. So on trails, she's extremely fast, and she can just, yeah.
Let's bring Gabby over here to talk about the women's competition today.
Thank you, Dom. Hey, we'll see you in Vegas, yeah?
Yeah.
We'll see you in Vegas. You. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, if we could get Gabby. Gabby, you want to come chat? We're bringing up Gabby here from Sacramento. Crushed the trails today, but did not make top 5. She's here to talk about the competition here, women's side. Pass the mic over to Gabby.
Up the steps, up the grand entrance.
Gabby, welcome.
Hi, Gabby.
Gabby, first of all, introduce yourself. Tell me where you're racing out
Gabby
of.
Soto. I'm right outside of Sacramento, and I haven't been riding for too long, almost a
What was your place?
6th.
Whoa,
So,
just
yeah.
outside.
Super close. It was like about a 30-second difference, I think.
Wow.
But, I mean, the trails were hard out here. The conditions were not great, so, you know.
How do they differ from the trails you're used to there in Sacramento?
They're definitely a lot smoother out there and stuff. Like, it's definitely a lot different. It's more rocky out here, thinner kind of tracks. And I don't know. It's definitely different.
Yeah. And you said less than a year on an XR, correct? Have you ridden a wheel
Yeah.
before that, or what made you get into one-wheeling in this past year?
My dad got aboard and he started riding, and then I kind of got into it through him because he, was starting to ride a lot, and I just wanted to try, and I loved it, so I kept going.
What was your strategy coming into this race?
Like, accelerate with your hips, you stay on the board, stay grounded, bend your knees, and really just, like, focus on the trail, what you're look forward, and focus on what's ahead of you.
When we first got here, I was following Laser on the trail, and
Yeah.
I was pretty tight with him, but then I shortly realized that you really need to, like, keep your eye out what's right in front of you, because the smallest rock will bump you off that line, and as soon as you get off that line, you're done for.
Yeah, it's definitely, I was riding behind some people, and it's hard to see, and like, if there are people in front of you, sometimes people kick stuff up, and it's like, yeah, it's hard. It's easier to be out there, like, by yourself.
Ready for this race?
Jeez.
Ooh.
Yeah.
At your spot, or did you go somewhere for breakfast there?
Yeah, I ate it at our spot, our Airbnb.
Prepared.
Who do you think's gonna win? Who do you have on the women's side first, and then men's side?
Women's, I would say either Raquel or one of the Racheals. I don't know. They're both.
That's a total cop out. You can't go
one of
both.
the Racheals.
Vegas odds on both Racheals are not like.
Yeah.
They're not giving you a lot on both Racheals.
Yeah. And then for men's, I would say, I don't know. It's gonna be close. I would say between like Bodhi and Floaty, and but like Austen and Neil have like a close.
Have you ridden with Austen and Neil before?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're actually like super close with my dad. We ride with them all. Like Neil, it likes to get into. He likes to like. Austen is pretty more better at uphill stuff. Like
Okay.
he can get up some pretty crazy. Yeah, he's lighter
Yeah.
on his. Like crazy good at like going uphill.
That
going
might be
up
an
stuff.
advantage on this course
Yeah,
too.
yeah, I agree.
Neil only 10 seconds slower than Brenden Schurmeier, Floaty McFly, last year's race real champion. So he is definitely going to be a player to be reckoned with. They all are, to your point.
What was your favorite part of this course here, Gabby?
I would say stage 5.
Oh.
Stage 5 was one of
Never
my
heard that.
favorites.
Yeah, that's a new one.
And number 6 was fun. All
I've
the,
heard a
like,
lot about
berms
6.
And, yeah,
Yeah.
there's a lot of like up and downs and
More
turns and stuff.
flowy-ish.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
super fun. There's
Well,
a lot
awesome.
of trails out here like that.
Awesome.
It was intense. Right?
Congrats. And also props to you for placing 6th
Yeah.
in your first ever one-wheel
After
race.
a year.
Yeah, after a
After
year.
a year.
Less than a year.
Give
Less
it-
than a year of
yeah.
riding.
Are you planning on or are you able to make any of the other regional qualifiers? Vegas, first and second.
Yeah, we're going out to Vegas, so we'll see how that goes. Yeah.
It's going to be so much fun. It's
Yeah.
going to be a great time. We will see you there. You're a great interview, and we'll have you back on the show.
Thank you.
I'm kidding. I like to pretend like this is, ESPN here, but Gabby, you did great. Thanks for having it.
Thank you, Gabby.
Thank you for having us.
Take care. Shout out your Instagram for everyone at home.
Gabatron 12. It's Gabitron 12.
There you go.
12.
Gabby
Yeah.
from Sacramento.
Dad who got her into it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
shout out. Yeah, plug your dad.
His Instagram is Stoke Spreader.
Oh,
Yeah.
I know him.
Yeah,
I know
yeah.
him.
Ted knows him.
That's rad. I didn't know that at all.
Yeah.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
Well, congrats.
Okay, well, thank you.
Yeah, take care. Safe travels back home.
Nice folk out here in Arkansas.
Just the greatest.
Yeah.
Well, she's
Actually,
not
she-
really from
right.
Arkansas. Just nice folks out here in general.
Yep.
I guess we
Absolutely.
could take
So
these off.
it sounds like the women's riders are getting ready. Ladies are almost ready. We got word in our ear that they are almost to the start line. So we don't know who's dropping first. We're going to get that information to you as soon as we can. But at this point, we've heard just about every name on the men's side, and we've heard 3 or 4 names on the women's side. I think it's up for grabs, honestly.
I agree. I think it's gonna come down to how each rider approaches this section. Like, especially having the opportunity to run 2 laps here in the arena.
Yeah.
You could either go hard on the first lap, take it easy,
Yep.
figure out your line, and then really hammer it in on the second lap.
Yep.
So I'm curious to see the strategy that each
Yeah,
rider will take.
and now it's an average of both laps, right? So to your point, you may want to take it a bit easy. Like, if someone has a spill, comes off their board, that's going to cost them a lot of time. That may be the difference between I'm not sure if we're going to be able to have a winner that comes off their board. I'm not sure. Like,
That is
with
true. That's a very
the
good
level
point.
of competition that we have here,
Yeah.
I would be shocked if the winning rider comes off their board at all.
You're splitting seconds there.
We're splitting hairs here,
You're
Ted.
splitting seconds.
We're splitting hairs here. Again, folks, for those of you that are just joining us, my name
is the URL.
This is the ORL. My name is Jack Mudd. I'm here with Ted Rosser, and it sounds like we have drones following Racer 1 here. We may get action here in a second. But Ted, who you got? Who are your picks?
I ain't picking.
You got a pick.
Last
That's not how this goes.
who did we pick at Race the Rail? And we were just out of the chair.
Well, that was when Brenden started
Yeah.
flashing. That was when Floaty started flashing.
I really want to see Bodhi Harrison come out of this race with a win.
Yep.
I think he's motivated. He's driven. He's put the time in. I do like to root for the underdog, but after Bodhi's just taking second after second after second, I think he's hungry.
We got Racheal Payne 5 seconds away from dropping, and she is my pick, Ted. I got Racheal Payne on the women's side. After bowing out of Race the Rail due to injury, I think she comes and redeems herself here in the pit,
See
and
how it
there
goes.
she is off.
First rider.
Now, this is Temptation Trail. This is a technical single-track trail here. I think a lot of time is going to be won here don't want to come off the board. Again, look out for a couple chunk sections.
She's going fast.
She is going fast, kind of keeping low. She looks in control. She's ridden this terrain. I think that's something that we heard, not saying that she has an advantage, but, she's used to this shale here.
She's ridden this a time or two.
She's used to the shale.
But as you can see, the reason they call this temptation is you start off with a nice little descent, but as you come up through this crest line, you're going to be faced with a few different shale obstacles, a few different rocks.
She's flying on
and
uphill.
a few different uphill sections here.
She looks like and this is our FPV drone chasing her, and she just dusted
Take
him.
off second FPV here, downhill, faced with the first shale. Oh, almost had a close encounter with FPV.
Yeah, close encounter on the FPV through chunk section 2, but she stayed on her board. Yeah, that's a great sign for Racheal, actually. Staying on your board in section 2 is really key. That's probably, I think, that's the greatest risk that you have falling off your board right there. And then she's getting up into this uphill section, and this is where you could lose a lot of speed. I know our camera man, Adam Laser, said that this was actually sneaky, slow section of the course through this hairpin turn here.
Great job on that turn.
Lost a little mo there, though.
I don't know, though. I mean,
that's
you
splitting
take it
hairs.
one or two ways.
That's
yeah.
splitting hairs.
And I think she battled that one pretty good. Even that little bobble from going from the trail to the concrete can really...
Through the used car lot here. Used car lot. Look at that Chrysler. She's
Great
a beaut.
lines.
She seems like she slowed down a bit, honestly.
She's repositioning her foot position.
Yeah, that's right.
Footing her.
Now she's into the patio. She's coming into the side of the crowd. You're going to hear a little yell here. Whoa.
Wow,
whoa.
tight turn there.
Almost spilled on the heel side there. Racheal coming down the DMV. This is an area to get speed, but you want to be careful because you have a tight right-hand turn here into the staircase. And she's dropping.
Stairway of Heaven and a cheese grater. Let's see, she's slowing down a bit.
And she has no
problem
with it.
Wow,
no problem with it.
well.
Nicely done. Over the bridge, up this steep little uphill. She's good at uphill.
This looks
she's
like
putting
a
in
clean
good
line
times.
she's putting down. Here she's coming down through the alley.
Now around the bend, and now there's a couple little bumps here. That little pesky little bump.
Perfect.
Now through the town. She's gonna come into sight here around the corner. Racheal Payne on lap 1, finishing strong. Woo, stayed on the board the whole time.
What a clean line.
Good lap there from Racheal. Wow.
First to do it. She looked strong. That looked like a good lap. Stayed on her board.
Yeah.
All through the tough checks.
All the tough sections. All the tough sections. Racheal Payne, very well done. We'll see how that stacks up. As we get some more riders coming through, maybe we can talk to Racheal here.
We might have rider 2 coming up here pretty short. It looks like she's going back.
She does look like she's packing up, and she's all business.
What I was going to say, though, is the section she hit through the shale.
Yep.
Tough.
We do have rider 2. Let's see if Ops has rider 2. Let's see what number we have here.
I'm gonna wait to see the number. This might be Allie. I believe that. Oh, this is Racheal Cecil.
Racheal Cecil
coming out strong.
Very low to the ground.
Yeah.
Low center of gravity here. Cecil on the gram. The second, Racheal, arguably the first, depending on how they place.
She's looking strong. She's looking fast. Really cruising through the section. The FPVs. There we go. This is where it's going to start getting a little techy.
Chunk.
Wow.
Into an uphill. That's tough. And folks, they kind of make this look pretty easy, but I'm here to tell you I got bucked yesterday doing that. Exactly what you just saw. So these riders are truly the best. I think they're the best in the world. I mean, we had incredible talent come out here today.
That part that she just hit too, that little flow section, you got a few little humps with that turn.
Mm-hmm.
It feels good. That part is where if you're setting down a good line, you hit that.
Ooh,
she took that straight
and
left
it's
with a
right
little bit
into
of a
that
bump.
uphill. And we talked about this earlier, Ted. It's the balance of momentum, but you can't have too much momentum because you're gonna get bucked on the chunk there.
I think the key is to that line, like Laser said earlier, is you start left, you end right, because there's less of a gap towards the end. And you saw that she had a little bit of a hiccup.
Yep.
Not necessarily anything that's going to be too detrimental to her time.
Yep.
But maybe she might adjust that line for round 2 here.
How do you? I mean, we have unofficial times that we're working on here, but how do you think visually she looks versus
I think she looked a bit faster on the uphill.
You think so?
And it's kind of hard to tell, but ooh,
I like
low
I
pace
like
there. Yeah,
that.
it's fast.
That
Really rounding
she's
the
hugging the
car lot
tape.
there.
She looks like she's a little more certain on where she's going. It looked like Racheal Payne almost wasn't quite sure exactly how to play the parking lot.
Also, Racheal took a second and readjusted her stance
Yep.
a bit.
Coming into the DMV here, dropping out. Crowd comes into view, dropping down this little section, getting some speed. Drone right behind her. A lot of speed, and she needs to make a sharp turn here.
She's got
into
it.
the stairway.
Here she goes. Taking it
Oh
easy.
boy!
Whoa. Took an interesting
Oh.
line. Left
Stays
to right.
on.
There's a one hump right there that'll really get you. But she
Stays on
sticks
the
it
board.
through.
That is technical. And then into this little uphill section. Mount Tabor.
Low crouch.
There's
Low
our
center of
scene,
gravity.
and now she's dropping back into town. She's dropping into the arena here through the little tunnelway, and we're gonna see her come into the finish here. Right hand turn. Well
Strong
done,
finish.
Diesel Cecil. Two
That was a great
back-to-back
lap.
good laps.
I think that's one to put in the back pocket,
Yep.
knowing you could go into that next lap feeling pretty comfortable.
Yep. We're going to work on getting some unofficial times so we have something to compare these tracks to. But visually, both of those are very strong. I expected both of those will place both Racheals in a position to win. I think
so. I think it's going to come down to that second lap jitter. Are you going to be able to make it through without a bobble, or are you
Yep.
going to put down another clean line
Yep.
and hope that your combined score is going to get you that first place?
Absolutely. No mistakes.
No room for mistakes.
No, and we didn't see any
No.
so far.
No.
So that bodes well for both of these athletes here today.
Clean racing going on so far, and I'm proud. I'm proud to see that.
We're about to get Raquel on course here, and we will get an unofficial time on Raquel's lap here. So we'll have something to compare to. Raequel McCosker out of Sacramento, California, on course here in about 5 seconds, coming through the start gates.
I like the iPhone.
Hey, when in doubt. He's off.
There
We're
you
on.
go.
We're on the clock.
Blasting through the gates.
She's drone, that's for sure. Your stance,
Yeah.
Try and style out a mile.
To terrain.
Yep.
While kind of
And
staying
she's
that
an
crouch
accomplished
position.
board sport athlete as well. She's an amazing wakeboarder right now. Incredible wakeboarder.
Dude, the way she just navigated that little S turn.
She looks like
getting
she's
that flow
flying.
Section.
She does look like she's flying.
Jack, this might be too early to call it, but I think she might put down the best time.
This may be
on
the
this
best
first lap.
time. From what we've seen, even in our practice laps, this looks like a fast time, and she gets through the chunk. Ooh.
See, I told you. The temptation. It gives you that little bit of downhill, but you got to get ready for that uphill.
Woo. Yeah. Wow. Because she. Uphill. We got the tight turn here. Let's see how she handles that. This, of course, an opportunity to lose some speed on this tight uphill. Seemed to navigate it pretty darn
She's
well.
Looking good.
Into the used car lot here.
I think this really, you could step on the gas.
In the car lot.
Oh,
No.
whoa.
Did she
Big
bobble?
bobble. Big bobble.
Oof.
That might have been
Did she get
the
too excited?
FPV that one.
If your drone gets ran over
Run
by
it
a
over.
wheel,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
it's not going to be good. So she's coming into the DMV here, into the side of the crowd. She's using the railing there, which is interesting.
off
I
a
mean,
bit.
there's no rules against it. Coming down the straightaway, she's got a tight right-hand turn into the stairway to heaven.
Lot
This
of
is a
speed
tough.
coming
No
there.
one's bobbled this yet, but this is a really tough little section. Some of these folks are taking it with some speed too. Drops right in, over the bridge, up the uphill. Raequel McCosker laying down a very, very good time right now. She's around 2:25, and she's coming around into the Gladiator Dome, into the Gladiator Pit. She's going to be coming around the corner here. Crowd is cheering. And she has finished. Time of 2:42.
Here we go. We're running through these races. We got Allison Stanely already on the course, and she looks like she's ripping it.
Absolutely. Very unofficial time on Raquel at 2:42, so we'll just keep that in mind, Ted. Allie Beebs.
Allie's also went for that little bonk, straight left.
Straight left. Allie Beebs on the course out of San Diego, California. Whew.
First race appearance, actually, huh?
First race appearance, absolutely. Making her way out from California, like a lot of folks here, actually. And she looks confident. That through the second chunk section, that's good news for her. That bodes well. Stay on the board and look pretty comfortable during that exchange.
She's looking fast as well. A bit more.
She's farther along the course than I thought. We came into that lap a little late. She's already into the used car lot. That changes it. Yep, left.
Whoa,
Hard
yeah,
left. Yep, that's why they put the race tape there, Allie. All right. In through the used car lot. Into the used car lot. The used car lot, I think, is giving people more trouble than it really really should.
She's amped up.
She is amped up. She's about to get into the amphitheater. Into the Gladiator Dome. Allie around the corner here.
Another use of the railing.
Use the crowd.
Grab
Use the
rail.
crowd, Allie.
There we go.
She's coming down the DMV, got some speed.
Looking fast.
Into the tight right-hand turn, and this is going to be...
I don't know if this one bodes well for a regular or goofy rider.
And that's so tough. There's Chunk right in front of it. Oh.
Whoa, we lost a drone.
Down. Drone in the tree. Drone back up.
covered.
But Allie is doing
Still
fine,
going
and
strong.
she is
Giving the crowd an
down through. Our camera guy on laser can't believe what's happening.
Bit of a bobble.
Bit of a bobble.
Here she comes.
Here she comes around the corner. We got the crowd cheering. Oh, coming in hot. Wow. She was going for broke there.
That was a solid run.
that.
She doesn't even know where the race ends. She's on it. She's going through the pit.
That's going to be a very good time, Ted. We came in late to Allie, and I have her at 2:18. There's probably, I don't know, her and Raquel are going to be close.
This is gonna be a close one.
Yeah.
And this is only lap one, Jack.
This is lap one. We're going to work on our timing system for lap two.
I wish we could pan it over. If there's anyone on the sticks, pan it over to them walk lap.
This truly is an enduro, folks. Yeah. This is these again, we shouldn't sleep on the fact they've been riding all day.
Started at 6.
All day.
Started at 6.
Or 8.
Yeah, or
6 to 8-ish. But yeah,
it's
I mean, these folks have been riding all day long, and at the end of the day, it comes down to these two laps.
What a show we've seen. Here we go. We got Amanda Thompson on the start line, starting here in 5 seconds.
Amanda Thompson out of Boston is dropping right now.
Here she goes. Unofficial time, start, boom, got it.
Amanda Thompson out of Boston, Massachusetts. She is off to a pretty strong start here, Ted. Amanda Thompson, of course, was at Race to Rail last year, put up a pretty good showing. And she is used to, I remember in her submission video, she said she's used to chunk, she's used to roots.
That is true.
She said on the East Coast,
the chunkier the better.
It's chunky and it's rooty and it's a little bit more chaotic than it is for us here in the redwood trails of Santa Cruz. Amanda Thompson is looking pretty strong here through that second chunk section, and up into these slight little uphills.
Looking strong.
Yeah,
Looking comfortable.
She's in control. She's in control of her board.
None
of these folks have.
Lasers over here chuckling.
Well, I mean, we can.
But no, I think Amanda's looking pretty strong through this, especially through this section over here in particular, where you hit this little slab, go too loose to get back on.
That is exactly what I did yesterday. Yeah,
Keeps
that's
that
tough.
line
That's
going.
tough. It's chunky and then it's straight uphill, right there. So even if you make it through, but you don't have momentum, you're gonna have a hard time there. So now she's gotta make up some time here, Ted. How's she gonna do that?
You know, I think that she was taking this first lap maybe a little bit easier, maybe like filling out her line.
Yeah.
I think she'll have to really come strong through the second after that bobble, because
Yep.
as we've seen, no other female rider has bobbled.
True.
So
it's
this
been
time,
flawless.
This time
It's been
will
flawless.
not be the top time.
You know what though? She could make up some time in the used car lot. I feel like people have not utilized. I mean, to be honest,
This one
folks,
you got to punch.
this is the easiest part of the race.
Dodge that used
You
car
gotta-
salesman. Tell him you don't want that Chrysler,
No.
even though it's got 6 rows of seats in there,
Yep.
heated and cooled seats. You don't want it.
All the storage you could possibly need.
Keep going.
And
keep
for
going.
limited time, we'll give you financing you wouldn't believe.
This is unofficially sponsored.
Good rock this last section. Sketch.
Is you go full stop,
Yeah.
and then you pivot and continue to go
Yeah.
full speed again.
Totally.
We've kind of seen
She.
people.
Ooh. Wow.
Wow.
Oh
Whoa.
my gosh.
That was a close one,
Oh
folks.
my gosh. Oh, that's that.
The cheese
gave me
grater.
the chills right there. I thought she's gonna lose it. All right, she's on the top of the small village that we inhabit here in Eureka Springs, Arkansas, and she's coming around the bend. She's about to come into the town section. Don't sleep on the laser lip here. Don't sleep on
There
the
she
laser
goes,
lip.
Takes the right line.
Yep, and now she's through the town. Amanda Thompson cruising through the village. She's going to hit the sand here. The Gladiator pit. She's got her shades on. Well done, Amanda Thompson. Only one bobble there. I have an unofficial at 3:30. Unofficial at 3:30.
Again,
Not-
this is as unofficial as it
Sure, it's
gets.
an iPhone time, but hey, they make these things pretty precise. That's about a minute past what Raquel was
Yeah.
at 2:40.
Again, I think she's really gonna have to dial down this next time. Step on the gas in order.
She's got ground to make up, and she needs, quite honestly, some people to make some mistakes.
That is true.
So it sounds like, Ted, we're going to go right into the male competitor, and I believe is going to be up first.
Did you catch who was second off there?
I did not catch
Neither
you.
did Correct me
That
if I'm
would
wrong, but
rhyme.
We will see.
It would rhyme.
That would be good. But Bodhi did place the fresh.
Yep.
He's looking fat.
Yeah.
Here in Arkansas.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see what time he's at. I'm really looking forward to it. I think he's going to chew through this course pretty good.
Yeah.
I really do.
I really do hope that he takes it easy though, and he doesn't go off too fast. You know, first time here on this course.
Yeah. There
Again,
are some surprises.
What we have to say too is no one here in the finals have ran this course previously.
Correct.
So there was a practice day where you could run all 6 stages as many times as you want. And the strategy was there, we talked about on the live, 1, 2, 3, charge, 4, 5, 6.
They're
And
running
these folks
nonstop.
ran laps all day long. No rider has ran these final laps. So it really is, you know, their first chance, their first shot, and their best shot.
Yeah.
At riding this race today.
Yep. And there are all kinds of little unexpected corners and just lips and stuff that you might not
The smallest rock.
anticipate.
The smallest rock. That shale will get you shale
That
shocked.
shell, even the laser lip over coming through the village there.
Laser lip is now coined. That is the laser lip.
The laser lip, you don't want to sleep on that, absolutely. Yeah, I'm excited to see Bodhi here. It sounds like you need to be in the 2:30s to lay down a competitive time. It sounds like you're going to need to be in the 2:30s. I times we're going to next runs.
So how it works again is you got an RFID chip on your wrist. All of the chips will be turned in.
That's a very good point, Ted. We are not the officiators here.
No, we're just two dudes in the microphone.
Thank goodness. Yeah, we're just talking to you. We have continue. You were saying something very important.
So you get a RFID chip on your wrist. As soon as you enter that start gate, your time starts, and as soon as you pass through this line here, your time is ended. Then what you got to do is you got to turn in your wristband with the RFID chip, and then you get your time printed off. Then we got Dom running the times back and forth.
Yep, Dom's going to scoot these times up to the testing center where they dip the RFID chip, and they know exactly what time that you have. And it sounds like Bodhi is getting to the start line. Just a quick note, though, we won't know exact times and thus exact winners until those chips are dipped after both laps. So we're going to have a moment of uncertainty here. We got trophies. We got champagne. We're going to have some folks that don't know who laid down the best times. We're going to have unofficial times for you.
Until they dip that chip. I like that, Jack.
So, this is going to be great.
Hey, folks, let's see here. How much time do we have until the men's race? Could we get Tahoe Dave onto the podium and talk to him about his racing experience while the drone batteries are charging? Who knows?
We may or may not have time for Tahoe Dave.
I'd love to talk to Tahoe Dave.
But, great guy.
Yeah, let's bring Tahoe Dave up here just for a second.
Hey, Dave.
You want to come chat? There we go.
We got to love the crowd participation here today. Willing participants, very important.
Tahoe Dave is a legend. Came in last night. Didn't ride the trails.
Right over here, Dave. Oh,
yeah, he's okay. Good. You got to walk up the stairs.
Oh, my gosh.
Dave, show off that sticker.
Yeah, show us what you got there.
I respect pushback. I respect it a little bit more than maybe I should have today, but I definitely respect pushback.
Dave, it's great to see you. It's great to be here with you.
The course was great. I got here, I didn't know what to expect, and these trails are amazing. This venue is amazing. The trails were a little gnarlier than I expected. Right. The rock's pretty jagged. Dom took an injury to the knee. I think that set everybody back a little bit.
I hate to cut you off, babe. I'm getting word that Bodhi is on course in 10 seconds. You're welcome to stay here with us and
we
watch
should
the
keep Dave on here.
Let's do that. Bodhi is on in 10 seconds. You can commentate too.
Course. Yeah.
I'm gonna get an unofficial time on
Dave,
Bodhi.
Dave, let me ask you a question. What do you think is the winning strategy here at this final course?
I think stay on the board all day. Stay on the board is a winning strategy.
How do you expect Bodhi to perform?
I'm blown away by Bodhi's performance today. He's next level. He was so far ahead of the field today, and he's been working so hard. He's come in behind me in Race for the Rail the last 3 years, right behind me, 3 years in a row, and I've been pulling for him to win so hard for the last 3 years, and I'm just so excited to see him pull it off.
He's looking very fast.
Yeah, he's so fast. He's just talented, so talented on any board that he rides, and to see him do what he did today, I mean, he's just next level. He's the times that he put up are way ahead of everybody, and I'm so happy for him.
Absolutely blowing past that second round. Already through that shale section.
Through the second chunk.
He is scary fast.
Look at that, how his legs are just absorbing that incline and decline.
Pushing off the tree.
And he and I got a little time on the hill at Sierra at Tahoe this year, and on a snowboard. I got him on a snow skate this winter, and he's just so talented on any board that he rides, and it makes me happy to see him translate that to speed. I mean, I've been doing it for a few years, and he came up and rode the trails with me in Tahoe this year, and I could see it. He rode my favorite trail right by my house, and I mean, he's translated those board skills to the speed.
Hot lap here. That was very smooth through the trail section. He's at 1:40, and he's dropping into the stadium here. We're going to hear a little cheer here.
I see more and more people utilizing the rails to pivot and continue on the DMV section.
Bodhi is flying down the DMV.
Oh my
flying.
gosh.
He's going to have to throttle. He's going to have to throttle speed here for this section. Coming down the stairway to heaven. Very measured from him. I would say that's very measured from him. He could give that more if he wants, I think, Ted. into the uphill.
There
He
we
wants
go.
the crowd.
Cheering him on.
He wants the
He's
crowd.
feeling good.
I love to
He's
see
feeling
that.
good.
Yes.
2:10. He's at 2:12 coming into town here. The
Took it
laser
wide
lip.
on the laser lip.
We're going to see Bodhi cross the finish line in a second here. Bodhi Harrison with an unofficial of 2:22. Very competitive time from young Bodhi Harrison. And it looks like he's coming up here.
Buddy's charging the stage.
Woo! How does that feel, buddy?
You guys have no idea how fun that is. Coming through this amphitheater is a trip. That course is really hard and really chunky, and I can't wait to see who wins.
Hey, love you, bud. Good luck. 10 seconds till the last racer. Good time.
What a
Whoa!
Whoa! Wow, we're doing backflips off the
Love
stage
it.
here.
Bodhi
Thank
Harrison.
you.
Dave, always a pleasure. Thanks, man. All right. I don't know who's
Dave-
racing next
Dave
year.
Is such a legend.
Dave absolutely is a legend. Sort of the OG regulator, I think.
Yeah.
And we are off, and it looks like it's Brenden Schurmeier.
Very big floaty.
And the defending champ right now. Floaty McFly racing out of L.A., Los Angeles, California.
Winner of Racheal 2021.
Winner.
No, 2020.
And he's living in the future.
Yeah.
Drone, which is having no problems here. Pumping too.
That pump section, man. I tell you, I think people are having a really fun time with that pump section.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then here he goes, blowing past drone number 2. He's going to hit this whole slab section right here. See his line. Perfect line there. Keeps the momentum going up.
A little
to the uphill.
I would say a little slower than Bodhi maybe there.
I think what really changes the pace of that is the speed coming into that and the speed you can contain coming out of that slab.
Yep.
I wouldn't say
So-
he's necessarily slower than Bodhi through this. I think it's going to come down close, but I also think that Floaty is playing it a little bit easy because he knows he has that #1 bid into Race to the Rail already.
He does. So he will be at Race to the Rail no matter what his performance is because he won it last year. That means he gets an invite back again. So he's
That
getting
section right there.
is
That section
tough.
right there is
And so he's popping onto pavement at 126. That's what I got on the clock
Yeah.
here. 126 onto the pavement. And these guys are using the used car lot, I'd say, effectively. Because he just disappeared from the drone there. Into the backyard.
Oh, there you go.
Into the
Whoa.
backyard. Woo!
Whoa, wow.
Wow.
Quick.
Use the rail too. No rail usage for him.
Wow, that steezy
Big
little
arms
carve
up.
on there. Looking good. Coming in the stairway to heaven.
Let's see how he handles this. He's taking it pretty hot.
Yeah.
That's probably the hottest we've seen it. Oh,
Oh,
that's
wow,
definitely
that
the
is
hottest
hot-
we've
yeah,
seen
for
it.
sure.
Yep.
That tail drag,
but it got him
acceleration
up
through.
the hill. It got him up the hill is what it did. He's at 212. He actually, if he lays down, if he comes through the village hot here, he actually could be in a position to be right there neck and neck with Bodhi. Through the village, around the corner, and Brenden Schurmeier diving across the finish line. I got a very unofficial at 229.
What would you have Bodhi at?
You. Sorry for yelling in the microphone, folks. I had Bodhi at 223. I had Brenden at 229. That puts them. That's striking distance for sure.
I think that's actually kind of accurate though because of the.
It's super clean. I mean,
And I think the energy that Bodhi brought onto this stage is he's feeling strong.
he is feeling strong.
Floaty, I think, just put down a clean line.
Yeah. But now he realized that. I think he
He's
realized
gonna
that
turn up
he's
a
got.
notch.
He's got to.
Yeah.
He's got to turn it up a little
Yeah.
bit. We'll see who we got here next. But those have been two very competitive laps.
Here we got another 10-second
seconds
countdown
till
to
our
the next racer.
racer. Adam Laser, do you want to talk at all during this lap here?
Yeah, Laser, come on up here.
Come, hop on up here, camera guy. Let's see who we got. Let's see who our next racer is, number 3.
Laser, what time you put down earlier, you think?
And we're off. There's no.
stuff.
He's got full ankle cartilage right now.
I think he's gone through this section the fastest. You can
he's
see
cruising right now. He's cruising USA.
that entire nose dipped, and he recovered and brought that back.
He does
straight.
look like he's going fast. Now, Adam, you've ridden this section quite a bit. What do you think is the hardest part of this section?
I think those little slabs. I can't remember if there's either 2 or 3.
There's
But
3.
yeah, those slabs right there are gonna get you. See there? He
He
slowed
took
up.
that section way faster though than Floaty did.
Yeah, there's that one slab where if you don't go to the right, you better have the speed to hop over the ditch because otherwise the wheel's going in it.
Laser, do you think it's better to take that fast and try to jump over that little ditch, or you think the right line is to go fast and hit that right line coming out?
You know what, Ted? It depends on if you want to play it safe or you're just going for the gusto because you got to go.
What about this section?
Again, hairpin turn, got to keep that speed up, and then the transition to dirt to pavement is always rough.
And he's at 122 onto the pavement there, folks. 122 on the pavement.
Look at that speed. He's
Through
bringing
the
in there.
used car lot. He's riding it like he stole it.
Wow. He's about to come into the amphitheater.
And Orie is a true Central Region person, right? You know, this would be pretty rad if Orie snuck out of the Central Regional with
the W.
With the W, yeah, hosted the trophy, you know. He is coming into the amphitheater. We are hearing the crowd, and he's coming into Stairway to Heaven. X the cheese grater. Coming down the chute.
Looking strong. Fast.
Floaty took that fast, though, huh?
Wow.
Dude, every single person has
Wow.
almost lost it there, but not. And it's
The
amazing
fact that
to see.
there's that little
He's
curve
pinning
too
it.
after.
Look, he's pinning it right
after
now.
that lap.
He's going to need to, because he's at 215. He's going to need to really get aggressive here in this last section. Down through the town. Orie Rush out of Mansfield, Ohio, is putting in a tentative 227 just in front of Floaty, just behind Bodhi.
Unofficial.
Very unofficial, folks. But 3 competitive laps so far. No major mistakes from any of those riders. I think all 3 are still in play. They're getting a feel for this course is filled with some technical areas.
Yeah, you know, again, it's really a combination of that downhill, hitting those slabs, and keeping that momentum running uphill, you know.
And we're hearing that we have 10 seconds until Neil Bennett is on course.
Now, Neil Bennett. Let's talk about Neil Bennett for a second.
I don't think that they are dark horses, Neil and Austen.
wouldn't
because
necessarily
the
say
way
dark.
that the rest of these riders talk about them, we haven't seen them at Race the Rail previously, but they were the 2 riders at last year's race that everyone said these folks are some of the best in the world.
Yes.
And he is smoking down this trail here. Neil Bennett is rocking and rolling.
And again, not a dark horse to the core community, but a dark horse, so to say.
Neil
because
Bennett
these
is cruising.
dudes are constantly thrashing trails, putting time in, which got them to this position.
Yep.
But
yeah,
at a race.
Yeah, they haven't been on live broadcast, but that doesn't mean that they're not one of the best riders
Look
in
at
the
that!
world.
Look at that speed!
Because look at him go. Neil Bennett out of Roseville, California.
I think he might have taken that section
Love
the
that.
cleanest of anyone
Love
I've
that.
seen it.
He's getting really low, and he's really kind of like letting the board provide that torque to get over all those rocks. Flying through the nice.
Whoa,
wow.
my gosh.
Wow. Staying on somehow. That's like incredible ankle strength and flexibility there.
And knowing how to work with that little bobble.
Rocked that little
He kept that. He kept it going.
up onto the pavement.
Used car a lot. Crank some speed here.
Yeah, let's see if he can use this to his advantage. Everyone sort of fumbles. Like once they get on, it's like they haven't been on pavement in a while.
It's weird. That little lip getting onto the pavement is a little jarring.
Yeah, totally.
Especially even this lip back onto the grandma's porch.
Yep, coming into the backyard. Uses the rail down into the DMV. A little slow there, I think.
He's going pretty damn quick.
Now he's going fast, yeah. Flying. Into the stairway to heaven. No one has lost it yet, but everyone almost does.
That is such
gotta
a clean
love
line.
that. You gotta love that. Top of our village here. And Neil Bennett A goofy-footed rider with a heel side turn over. Oh! Almost into the wall. Neil somehow recovers. It is cut around the corner for a finish. Wow, Neil Bennett.
I think that might be the fastest time put down so far here at ORL Central Qualifiers.
It may or may not be. All of our times very unofficial, but Neil Bennett was flying, Ted.
What do you think you got on the unofficial?
Well, folks, I started my stopwatch a little bit late, so it's a bit of a guesstimate. But he's in the low twos. He's he's probably in that same range that Bodhi is. I have 5 to 8 seconds slow.
Somewhere around.
Let the experts figure out exactly who finished here first.
Absolutely.
But
yeah.
Neil, very, very competitive time there. I would say he's in league with Bodhi.
I'm curious to see who's next. I think this is Austen Silva, correct?
I think so, and it sounds like he's 5 seconds away. He's at the top.
Neil and Austin are homies at the same spot, right?
Yes,
They're
sir.
riding together, and I think Gabby was saying, who was better at the uphill? Do you recall?
I don't recall.
Because I think.
But we have Austin on course. Austin is also flying. This was Dom's pick, I believe, to lay down a very competitive time. Oh, big spill.
First fumble.
Big spill. Let's see how quickly he can recover. Our drone is just as confused.
Doing 360.
That was a pretty big tumble, folks.
Yeah, you can see arm language. He's bombed.
Yeah. Arm language. I haven't heard that one before, Ted, but that's very true.
Like you can see
no,
down,
the arms were indicative. He's back on though, and he's
gonna put down a solid
He had a
time.
ton of speed in the beginning there. Let's just see if he can make up enough time in these other sections. Play this a bit aggressive, I would say, because at this point he's got nothing to lose, right?
I think that he might get himself in that comboed position where he needs to really stack up hot on the next lap.
Yeah.
And it's going to go one or two ways. He's either going to go hard out the gate and fumble again and get knocked out, or he's going to put down the best time of the day and come across as the winner.
Well, it's 2 times average. It's two times average.
That's why he's comboed.
Yeah.
Because he's either going to take that longer on the first one and make up for it on the second one, or
a little bobble there too.
He's going to come out too strong in the next gate, fumble again.
Onto the pavement at 127 unofficial is actually not too bad.
You know, actually, in the qualifiers, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe he lost his board down a cliff.
It did sound like
he still managed to make top 5.
It did sound like that.
So this man might not be.
No, don't count him out.
Yeah, a fumble. A fumble doesn't matter.
This is playing into Austin's plan here, I think, folks. No, this is not.
Silva.
This is not. He looks a little dejected, but this is not going to be a bad time. He's around 2 minutes right now. If he laces the end of this course, gosh.
No, he's going
my
fast.
God. If he laces this, he's going to still be in position to make a move on the second lap, just like you're saying, Ted.
I think he might have it.
Over the village, through the woods to grandmother's house, he's going. Over Laser's Lip, no problem there. Not into the wall. Around the bend. This is gonna be a competitive time. Austen Silva, 2:28.
Hot damn.
2:28 unofficial.
Whoa. Austen Silva has motorcycle boots on.
Yes, sir. He's got motorcycle boots on.
Interesting strategy he's got there.
Yep. And high socks, neon socks.
Wow.
I got 2:28 unofficial on Austen Silva, and that's not a bad time considering he took the first big spill of the day. We'll see if he has enough gas in the tank, Ted, to make it up.
He's ready to race.
Yeah, he's all business. All business. Well, did we cover 5?
I believe so. Oh, here we go. Back to the women's.
So we're going back to
final
Racheal
run.
Payne. Her final run, exactly. We don't have an unofficial time on Racheal Payne's first lap, but we'll tell you what, it looked incredibly fast. So I think that she's in a position here, Ted, to win this race with another fast lap.
Yeah, I think that she had one of the most comfortable first laps here out of the women's. I think
she
really
totally in control.
As long as she keeps it straight, keeps that nose up, I think she'll be looking
Ted. It's going to be awesome. And she is off. Okay, let's see what Racheal's got here. Racheal Payne, bobbing and weaving, looking a little bit, coming kind of off the trail at times. See if she can direct that energy out in front of her. There she go. She's got her feet under her now.
Yeah, she's looking fast.
I like her style. Racheal Payne's got good riding style.
Yeah, she's definitely got that flow to her.
Yeah. Absolutely. She's covering ground. Up through this top section here. The Trails of Temptation.
Absolutely nails that little rock section. Good cornering too, so this little like S gap. It's gonna hit that flow section.
They all got that pump going. I wonder if they've
Yeah.
been talking about sort of,
The pump to keep that speed.
Yeah.
momentum.
Through the beginning of the Temptation.
Yeah, I'm really curious to see what the rider vibe is at the start gate.
And the adjustments too that they're making. I mean, like, she tackled that pretty easily.
I also like how she throttled through
Yep.
that little elevation gap.
Yep. Yeah, I
Looking
think
strong, to be honest. She's looking pretty strong.
Yep. It will be interesting to see what type of adjustments, they end up making in their second laps here. I think that'll be fun to watch. Coming
Also,
up,
too, we'll be able to interview them after their final lap because they're not going back to the start gate. So we can talk to her.
potentially, unless they're starting them quick up there, which they may be. We don't know.
True. That is
Up
true.
this uphill, and she's hitting pavement around 130.
Let's see if she smashes the
7.
pedal here in the used car lot.
Yeah, now that these folks all know exactly where they're going,
Didn't she on the last one?
she bobbled and she foot adjusted.
Yeah.
Okay. By the Chrysler. Heel
Don't
side
dent
turn.
it. We didn't get the insurance on it.
Heel side turn into the backyard. And coming down
Here we go.
the DMV.
No use of the rail there. Here you go. Speed.
She looks
She's
calm.
looking fast.
She knows that she needs to lay down a clean run here.
Heavy on the
and to
brakes
give
here in
herself
the
a really
corner.
good
Let's
shot.
see it.
Coming down
Yes.
the chute.
Nice turn. She used the pavement, actually. She cut on the pavement to slow down.
Stay on. Really in control.
That's
that
a
was
hard
a
section. She
masterclass
did
in that
great.
section, Ted. There is no doubt there. Up the hill. Ooh. Pumping to get up the hill. Above town.
Dropping down. Through the laser lit.
Lost some mo there. Coming through town. Racheal Payne is coming out of the village. We're going to see her around the bend here. 1 second. And Racheal Payne, ooh, lunging forward with a pretty strong time there.
Under 3.
Under 3, 2:55. Now, we had unofficial on Raquel at 2:46. So I think that that's a good time, but I don't think that that's a great time.
Don't forget, though, this is combined time.
It is combined time, and so that's going to be what's interesting. Did her first lap put her enough ahead for the fact maybe not world class fast?
So
You know what? That's so true, Ted. Now, we're about 15 seconds from. We can only imagine how much this would mean to her. Pretty much hometown turf here.
I could see Laser over there. She looks stoked.
Big shout out to Racheal and Nick for setting up
This entire
this
event.
whole thing.
Yeah.
Dirt Surfers. If you're not following it on Instagram, ooh, we're live. We are live with a next racer, Racheal Cecil.
Ooh, grabbing
Ooh,
the
big
ground
bobble.
there.
Big bobble.
Grabbing that, climbing over the foam ball.
Climbing, exactly. But she's back on. She's centered. Racheal Cecil also put down a very fast time, which we didn't unofficially time, and I'm very curious to see what she lays
She's
down
looking
here.
fast to these corners. And the thing is, too, is you kind of can't tell with this FPV position, but there's so many like loose rocks in the middle of this trail
Yeah.
that you tend to edge the single track.
Yeah.
And you're either working to left or right, or as you can see, Racheal working like a combination of left to right.
Yep.
But it's not like Santa Cruz or anything that you're riding that single loam line.
No loam here, folks. It's all
So
shale.
You really have to be
It's all shale here.
attentive like the entire time.
Yeah. No
See how
doubt.
she
Yeah.
handles this section.
Little sharp.
Oh,
She comes off the wheel.
That's
going
gonna
to
be tough.
cost her.
That's gonna
Runs
be tough.
up to the top of that hill. That is the second chunk. That is so problematic, Ted.
You know, she took that left line and she hit that little jump. And just like I said, if you don't have the right momentum, you're going to stuff it because it gets loose right there.
Yeah, absolutely. That's exactly what I did yesterday. Through the third chunk smooth.
She's going to have to make up some time there in the used car lot.
She's going to have to make, which she was slow through yesterday.
Yeah.
I believe. Earlier today.
Yeah.
You know what? It feels like it's been a century, folks. The racers have been racing all day.
It's been a long few days.
Unofficial up to the pavement at 140.
Smash that.
So it's still
there she goes.
Everything's still in play.
She takes that low line. I don't know if that helps with the speed or not.
I don't know either. Through the used car lot, past the Chrysler. What a gorgeous car that is.
It's a great car.
Into the backyard section, and she needs to cook down the remainder of this course, Ted. She needs to absolutely cook.
Grab rail here. Yep, she grabbed rail.
Low stance.
Turn left into the pocket. There
Sharp
she goes.
heel side.
Ooh.
Oof. Coming down the DMV. She's definitely all business. There's no doubt about that.
She was still grabbing rail the entire time down that section.
And then into the stairway. She's very meditative coming into this section.
Taking the stairway a bit slower.
Took it slow, which I don't blame you because when you're on a board up there, it's scary.
It's very
quite
scary.
honestly.
If you slightly get off your line, that board is going to shoot off of the bridge.
Yeah.
And you're
going to add about 2 minutes to your time.
Yeah.
And she's above the village. She's coming into Laser Lip, this little turn here, through the arches of our small town.
FPV really gets blocked
the
there
sand.
from
We'll
all
see
of
her
the
in a second.
concrete.
Diesel Cecil, I love her stance at the end. You know what? Unofficial, not a bad time at 2:57.
Sub 3.
Sub 3. I think she's still in the conversation, depending on that first lap. We don't know exactly what her first lap was. It looked very fast. I think she's still in the conversation.
Again, unofficial. Unofficial. We don't know.
Yeah, absolutely.
Was a solid lap. Bit of a bobble.
Absolutely. But very good racing from Racheal, from Diesel Cecil. Racheal Cecil here today. And it sounds like we have 10 seconds until our next racer. We will find out shortly who that is.
I wonder if the second lap was a bit more jittery than the first one. Because I was going to say she laid down a pretty good first lap there.
Yeah, she did. Maybe she was overthinking it a little bit on the second lap. Raquel laid down a very good lap on the first lap. This is going to be very informative in the women's division of who is taking home the trophy here today. She's looking strong in this early section here, Ted.
That she is. She has that low center of gravity, keeping those knees bent. It's going to help her to this flow section here coming up. She's looking strong.
She's looking quite strong. Yep. No. Totally in control, honestly.
Look at that. She's just smashing through these sections.
Totally in control. Raquel is a rider who has always been close, but never sort of like, I think, achieved what she can achieve in some ways. I remember Race the Rail 2018. She, I think she almost placed on the podium.
Let's see how she hits this rock section.
Through
cake,
like
perfectly.
butter. Hot knife.
That's going to be the difference.
Hot
there,
knife
Jack.
and butter.
That will be the difference.
Absolutely. This is a very competitive time through the beginning of this section.
But you're saying 2018,
she almost placed on the podium. I mean, my recollection is a little fuzzy, but she barely got. Exactly, and this
strong. But look at that momentum that she's bringing to. We haven't.
Right by this.
Bit,
yeah.
Just, look her in the eyes.
Tip of the cap, maybe next time, Raquel. But we'll let that pass.
You're racing.
Into the backyard section, and Raquel is on cruise control right now. Again, using the railing a lot. Does that help? You think that helps?
I don't know. I think you coming in so hot, you might need to use the.
And
The
then
railing.
this is it, Ted. If she nails this, she's in the conversation
A
for
perfect
winning
pivot,
this.
that center line, absolutely.
She's taking it kind of slow, but she's
No,
in control.
I don't know what
Pause.
it is. Yeah.
Into the uphill. Oh, milk it. There you go. Yeah, on top of the town. Coming in to the Gladiator Dome, Raequel.
Oh, the
Through this
fog.
fog.
Yeah.
Official time. Real
Might
good.
be a
Burke. Wow. Great time there, Ted, from Raquel. 2 good times from Raquel. That puts her, I would say, that she may be in the pole position here.
I also like after
We'll see.
that stellar run, the fog machine happened to perfectly kick in.
I mean, that's
It was
the
a
ORL.
finishing touch.
That's signature ORL.
This
I
is
mean,
ORL. Hey,
yeah.
by the way, you realize this is ORL?
Yeah.
This is
Signature
a
ORL moment
damn
there.
racing league we
The
got here.
fog fires. Raquel's laying down a hot lap. I mean, we're racing one wheels
Yeah.
here. How lucky are we, folks? How lucky are we? This is great.
What is, like we've gone from racing in a parking lot to racing in a little better parking lot.
I don't even know
making
where
our
we're
own
racing.
trails.
But we got 10 seconds till our next racer, Ted.
And now
And,
we're here in a coliseum with a fog machine, folks.
Yep. Full fog.
Make
And
your dreams a possibility.
dreams
Here.
are reality. And we
ORL.
got our next rider, Allie Beebs, on the gram. Allison Stanely off on the course.
I feel like she rides a little bit looser.
She does ride loose.
That's that San Diego loose style.
That vintage San Diego loose style, that Gumby, that sort of Gumbiness to her. But I think she's kind of settled. Maybe that first section's tough. A number of people have actually, Austen Silva had trouble in
Yeah.
that opening section.
The first section has a little bit like loose kind of like lines off to the side. And
Yep.
if you kind of get caught in that, it'll drag you where you don't want to,
Yeah.
Shell,
Shale, yeah, it does.
Yeah. Shell, yeah.
Allie is cooking. Allie's cooking here, huh?
Flow section. Flow section was
Flow
great.
section. She's got that sort of pump going on. And yeah, she's looking good.
Damn.
Flying.
Steezing through that
Flying.
section.
And I think the first time around she put in a decent time. Not off the board. That's the hard section right there, Ted. And again, these are the best riders in the world. That's hard.
That's going to be a tough
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, it's gonna
know.
be tough for her to push it, but she's gonna have to push it. That's what she's gonna have to do.
Used
We'll
car
see.
lot. You got to,
She was very slow through the used but I felt the first time.
Distracted by the
She
Chrysler.
seemed a bit lost. Maybe it was the Chrysler.
It
She
might-
seemed a little bit lost through there. But maybe that's an opportunity for her to make some time up here.
Oh, she is still at 130, so there's time to make up.
Unofficial 130, and she's coming up this hairpin steep section.
I think what she needs to do to take the lead on this is to really smash through the DMV.
She
Pedal
does.
to the metal, and then as soon as you get to that hairpin turn, almost like skid stop pivot.
Yep. Flying through here, right past the Chrysler. Oh my gosh.
Taking
That's
it wide.
tough.
Yeah.
It's always tough to ride away from a vehicle that
So pristine.
Is
You know,
that damn good looking.
Glazer got in the minivan the other day. He thought it was a damn Cadillac. Could you believe that?
I can. I thought it was a Ferrari first time I saw it.
We got
Allie
the live stream
Beebs.
dudes calling it the Chrysler Corner, and I
Allie-
think we might need to coin that.
Allie Beebs coming down the DMV section. She's cooking. She's unofficial 220 right now.
Dude,
With
I
a
think-
smooth section, she's not out of this.
I think the
Ooh,
goofy
ooh,
line
ooh.
coming into this cheese grater.
Oh my God. That gives me anxiety
Yeah,
every
every time.
Maybe it's Pepto-Bismol shoot right there because it's just giving me anxiety every time.
Loosen you up a little bit.
Oh my goodness. Allie Beebs on top of the hill here, coming around laser lip, kaboom, right, no problem, and down into the village. What a beautiful
Oh, into the fog machine.
And into the sand and the fish
Oh,
and a little
steezing
spray.
it out with the scrub.
Love it. Allie Beebs with a 2:58 unofficial.
Way to go.
With the fall, that was a fast lap with that one bobble that may cost her. In the
You know,
beginning
Jack, it may cost her, But she is used to that West Coast trail.
Yep.
And she still has Las Vegas.
And she's coming to Vegas. That's right.
she's
May
got
1st
been
and
to
2nd.
Vegas.
She will be there. And, yeah.
You can't write her off. Can't write anyone off here at this point.
Absolutely.
And especially, too, we got Amanda coming up. She's going to put down a good time.
Absolutely. Amanda Thompson.
See if she can make up for a little bit of a bobble.
On the first one.
Yep.
Our 5th and final women's competitor. Now, whoever put together the fastest cumulative time is on. And here we this early section doing pretty darn good, I would say. Amanda Thompson looks pretty in control in this top section. We'll see how she fares when she gets to the chunk.
She bobbled on that uphill chunk last time, correct?
She did she come off her board? I think she
that
might
was,
have.
yeah, after that slab.
Yep.
Slab City.
Slab City will get anyone, and it's gotten a couple people here today. Amanda Thompson, amazing attitude.
Great
loves
attitude.
Onewheel.
Yep.
Is all about it, and just brings good energy to everything that we had the pleasure of hanging out with her at Race 3 last year. And good to see her out here today. Ooh,
there she goes.
Scooch it
she
up
made
over.
It up.
As long as you stay on your board.
Take that right
Ooh,
line.
come on,
Better.
Amanda. Come on, Amanda.
Oh, no.
That's all right. Hop on real quick, and you're still good to go.
It's that temptation. I think she needed a bit more.
It's so sweet, but it'll get you,
And bitter.
Very
Sweet and bitter.
Very bittersweet. Amanda Thompson navigating the rocky, shaly. If the bottom of this course, Ted, is sanctified, as we all know it is, the top is really the highway to shale. And that's really, it's tough. It's tough, but they're navigating it.
The highway to shale might be one of the best terms that you have coined this entire weekend.
Big ACDC fans here in the booth, and
you were back pocketing that.
Shale is of course a type of rock, which the competitors have been talking about this entire time. It's been the talk of the town in sharp and pointy, and it'll get you.
It really is. It is. We've ridden a lot of trails in our day.
Chrysler Corner.
But falling on these trails is something you do not. Probably ride out a few lines there in Santa Cruz where I can know it's not going to be that. Ditch my board. It's not worth it. You're just falling
Bail
straight.
early and bail often is the nomenclature. Amanda Thompson coming into the DMV here, getting some woos.
Did she fill out her forms?
She's got the crowd support, and she is coming down into the Stairway to Heaven, a.k.a. the meat grinder, the cheese grater.
It's funny. Everyone who approaches this line has a different kind of term for it.
She looked pretty good there, huh?
Here we go.
It's pretty strong from Amanda Thompson there.
That pump on that uphill. There you go. A little bit tough. Folks, right after here, Amanda Thompson, we're going to go right back to the boys' action.
That's right. There's
Not even
there's
the boys.
no breaks.
This is the men.
There is no breaks in this programming. Amanda Thompson coming around the corner, coming through the alleyway, onto the sand, around the bend. Give it up for Amanda Thompson. Nicely done.
And that there
Wow.
is your top 5 Central Regional Women Qualifiers round.
That was
Big
fun to
congrats
watch.
to everyone.
Big shout out to all the racers again. Everyone who you saw today, some of the best. All of them are elite one-wheel riders.
Absolutely. Put down a good time.
If you're at home, you're thinking, "Oh, I'm way better than these people." Let me tell you, you're not.
No.
I thought that once, and then I rode this stuff, and then I, was corrected there.
You get humbled real quick out here.
Yes, you do. Humble pie. So we got who went first?
We
here
got
for the men?
Bodhi, Floaty, Orie,
Bodhi, Floaty.
then Austen, and Neil. Or Neil Austen. So here we go. We're going right to Bodhi.
10 seconds away.
Right into the action. Bodhi is on course here in just a few. I'm excited.
I am too.
I just want everyone to stay on the board, put
Yep.
down a good time,
Yep.
and make it a good old time crunch.
Absolutely. So I think unofficial on Bodhi the first round was somewhere in the 223 range.
Close. See that little mud spot that he almost.
Yeah, arms
Lost
were
it in?
kind of up and
Yeah.
failing, and you don't usually see that from Bodhi there. Actually,
Dude's pinning it.
Bodhi's usually pretty quiet, I would say, as a rider. Would you say that?
Quiet, as in like arms
Like,
down.
yeah,
kinda, like,
yeah.
Styly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he also is displaying a good amount of style in this section. Like, look at that. Like,
yeah.
that is so chunky through that like one corner there,
Brrr.
through the shale.
Nice.
Like that's.
Push
pushing
off the
off.
tree. I love the push off.
I also love how they're using the natural features, even through the DMV.
Use it.
I think unofficially. I don't know what time. You even start the time on this one?
Oh, Ted, I'm way ahead of you, brother. We're
Good.
unofficial time in this one. Absolutely.
Just stay on the board. He's got to hit this corner, used car lot, the Chrysler corner. He's got the DMV to go through.
He's actually getting up to the pavement at 122. 122. He's getting up to the pavement at 122, which is
Here we go.
pretty
Bodhi
competitive.
Harrison coming through the corner,
Chrysler corner.
looking strong, staying on the board. Let's
This
see
is-
how he fares down DMV through stairway to head.
He needs to stay on his board here, Ted. He needs to stay on his board. That's the key for Bodhi right now. He has one of the best times, we think. He definitely is going to be right there at the finish if he stays on his board. Needs.
Look
a
at that
run.
speed wobble through that section. Dude is cooking
Here, this
with
is
butter
everything.
and olive oil.
This is everything for Bodhi right here. Stay on, Bodhi.
Right
Atta,
through that.
babe.
You know how
Carry it
hard
up.
it is to ride through that bridge too?
Carry it
is
up.
chunky.
Let's go.
Here we go. He's feeling good. Crowd is energetic. Bodhi Harrison
Into
coming
the
through the
corner.
villa. Laser lip. See if he can stay on. Pushes up against
Pushes
the
off
wall
the
again.
wall, coming through the thing.
Looking
Stay on during the
strong.
sand. Stay on for the
Bodhi
sand.
Harrison blowing down a
Bodhi
great
Harrison
line.
with a very consistent.
He's feeling good. He's feeling good.
Wow. Strong laps from Bodhi. Whew, it's gonna, those are two flawless,
Yeah.
and he is exhausted.
Yeah.
Dude's been racing all day, just like all these riders have.
Full
But
stoke.
wow, that is fun to see.
I think I could hear him say he just went as fast as he possibly can. We got 10 seconds to the next racer here. Floaty McFly.
Wow.
Brenden Schurmeier, the fastest one-wheeler of
Current
2020.
champ. Current champ has the crown.
Let's see how he does on second lap.
Let's see if he can keep that.
What do you
Brenden
think, Jack?
Schurmeier, moments away.
What are your thoughts on Floaty's second lap here?
He is off. Well, let's see how he's looking. I mean, I think he's a couple seconds behind Bodhi, and Bodhi didn't really make a mistake. So
Yeah.
Brenden is going to need to dip deep into the pockets and pull something out here that we haven't quite seen yet, I think.
I agree with you. I think his first lap wasn't enough to be crowned.
No,
the Central
first lap
Qualifier
wasn't the
champion.
winning lap, but it certainly wasn't a losing lap. Right now, he's looking pretty hot, pretty fast.
See how he goes through the flow section right here.
He looks like he's in control, Ted.
Yeah, he sure does.
He's really getting that sort of like little hop in, that de-weighting the board, coming off.
Cooking. Look at the
he's getting
pushback.
Pushback.
Dude.
Yeah, and to really be at those speeds on this terrain.
Oh,
Saved it. Dear goodness, that was close, huh?
man.
If he digs that nose right there, it's done.
Yeah, he's done for.
100% done.
But he did it. He kept it going.
He kept it going. He's still on the board. He right through the chunk section.
I think he might have lost a little bit of that mow there,
Yeah, he did. I think he did. lose a
but
little bit of
he
mow.
could make through it in that Chrysler corner.
Yeah.
Punch it.
Up the steep section.
Dude, I don't know, Jack. This is going to be close.
He's at 125 on a fish.
He's punching it.
Coming around the pavedness.
Wide turn there.
Yeah, very wide, but
Coming in short here. Keep that speed going as he goes back to the gravel.
Floaty McFly, your 2020 Race for the Rail champion in the Central Regional Qualifier here, trying to make a
Speed.
strong statement
Absolute
that
speed.
he is still the man with the target on his back.
He just made up for a good second there.
Coming back into the stairway to heaven. He took it hot last time, right, Ted?
Oh. 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 Oh.
Floaty just absolutely gutting it out through the steep and deep and then back up the other side on top of the village, about to drop down.
He must
at
put some flames on that
218.
board. He's got at least 5 more miles per hour.
He could put down a good lap here. Oh my gosh,
Wow.
almost lost it. Wow. Brenden Schurmeier, Floaty McFly, putting down a good time.
Nick just got zapped by the FPV trying to give him a
FPV
fist
drone
bump.
is regulating social distancing here. Wow. Okay, Brenden, you know what I appreciate about Brendan's laps? He went harder on that steep section, the Stairway to Heaven,
Yes,
X,
than
the cheese
anyone
run,
has
than
so far.
Anybody has.
That might be the time difference to accommodate for that little bobble on
He
the uphill.
needed to make some time up.
Yeah,
And
he
he
knew
went
that. He knew that.
He went fast down that the DMV section as well.
Man, that was a good race.
I think I unofficially have Bodhi slightly ahead of Brendan.
Okay,
But we're
well,
not
we'll
going to
see
know
how
until
it
they
turns
dip
out,
the
yeah.
RFID chip, and then we spray the champagne.
Dip the
That's how
chip.
it goes here. We can conjecture all we want, but until they dip the chips, we're not spraying the champagne here today.
We got a lot of champagne too.
Yeah, exactly. We got
Champagne will
bottles,
be
we got a trophy, and we got a check. That's right, folks. But you know what? It's really about bragging rights, and it's really about going to the Race for Rail.
Here we are.
Yeah, Central Regional Qualifier, Onewheel Racing League. If you're not following on Instagram,
Everyone
doing,
there
folks?
is
This is-
watching the tape in reverse.
this is good fun. This is really good fun.
Here we go.
All
Third rider, Orie Rush, I
Orie
believe.
had a pretty good time as well in the first one. I will reference what I had him at. I believe he was in the same range as Brenden Schurmeier in the sort of 127-ish range.
He's zooming.
He can make up
absolutely
time
zooming.
on who we think is the leader here, which is Bodhi.
His board also looks so stable.
Orie, yeah.
You know, like
again,
there's no bobble.
Ooh.
Oh,
came off the trail there, but he
just as I said
corrected.
that.
Yeah, that's the old commentator jinx there, Ted.
Yeah. But through this float section,
Very Midwestern type of style here from Orie Rush.
Which probably-
vintage Mansfield.
probably will help him though in this race. You know.
Yep, absolutely. Right through the chunk. Oh, my goodness.
Orie goes
tripped
down.
up on the second chunk.
That's
Ooh.
going to be a tough one. That one, I might have to say, officially,
He got got.
he got God. Hey, Jack, he just got shell shocked.
He got shell shocked right there. He got shell shocked. Oh my gosh, Orie. We didn't see that coming, but that is the reality. Is that this is a tough section of trail for no matter who is riding. That's the thing.
I think Orie really knew that he had to put on the gas, and
Yeah,
he really went all out.
he felt the pressure.
And unfortunately, that little bobble might cost him.
He's feeling the pressure. So he's-
Unless he does the same thing that Floaty did and just gas it here, gasses through DMV.
yeah, right past the Chrysler as if it isn't like a finely engineered and designed
Automobile. You know how many cups you could fit in a damn Chrysler?
Oh my gosh, tell me about it later, Ted.
More than I could fit in my two hands.
We got Orie coming down the amphitheater. This is his last ride here in the Central Regional. We'll see. I don't know if Orie's going to make it to the Western Regional or the Eastern Regional. He lives in Ohio. That's a trek for him. This may be his shot. Coming down Stairway to Heaven, where we have not seen fireworks thus far today. We thought we might, and we've seen a lot of bobble
Wow.
up the bridge.
Wow. Might
This
be
is
the
incredible.
fastest I've ever seen going up that
This
bridge.
is incredible. Around 211. And here
There he goes,
Orie
laser
comes
lip.
down into the finish. Hop, no problem. Through the village. We'll see Orie come around. Let's hear it from Orie. Orie Rush from Mansfield, Ohio, with a very unofficial time of about 2:30 and a nice little power slide at the end there, Ted. Orie putting in a very solid showing and I think proving that he belongs in the top echelon of one-wheel riders in the world.
You know, given the bobble, that was a pretty good lap that he just put down.
Really good. I mean, to come off the board talented cameraman who ran this course before. In that range. He says he had more in the tank. We don't know. But Orie Rush, very competitive lap there, despite coming off the wheel. We'll see who we have next.
We have the underdogs. Well, not technically the underdogs, but
Keep
Neil
calling
and
underdogs,
Austen.
Ted, but I keep thinking that they're amongst the favorites. Although Austen came off his board in the first lap, right? So
Yeah.
we know.
But then also, one of them also lost their board down a cliff.
Yeah,
They managed to make it in the top
That's
5.
true.
So we can't count these boards
we have
out.
Neil Bennett coming down in 5 seconds here. We'll see how Neil Bennett does. He is off. Neil Bennett
He's
put
going to be
down
hungry.
a good
I
time.
think this might be one of the fastest laps we'll see on this race.
Look at him go. Through this early section, which is proven to give folks some issues, Neil, so far, looks unchallenged, I would say.
Looks comfortable. Looks fast.
Looks really fast.
Look at the FPV just zoop.
Yeah, right? Wow. Almost as hard as riding an FPV right through here, you know, Ted?
Yeah. Some may say.
Some may say. Neil Bennett out of Roseland, California. A lot
Roseville.
of talent.
Roseville.
California. A lot of talent up in Northern California. It'll be interesting to see the Vegas regional, Ted, as well. May 1st and 2nd. That's going to be a lot of talent out there,
Here
I would
is his
assume.
chunk section.
Boom.
Wow.
Wow. He just charged it. he
Dude,
just charged it?
he fully went through that whole entire section and then hit the other rock off to the right. That was unreal. Neil Bennett might at this point, you know, I've
straight
said
through the
it
other chunk.
many times, this dude's putting down a hot lap.
Neil Bennett is putting down hot laps, multiple hot laps, and I think he's still in striking range as well. I think that all of those male competitors in their first laps are really within striking distance of each other. Of course, Bodhi and Floaty probably have the target on their back right now.
Yeah.
But Neil Bennett is putting down a very competitive time.
Chrysler corner.
Chrysler corner. Gosh, she's gorgeous. Right around there, into the backyard.
Pretty solid section too there, actually. He took that pretty clean.
Yeah,
Tight
very clean,
lines.
very smooth, very fast.
Dude, this might be low key the fastest lap we've seen.
This may be the fastest lap we've seen. He's at unofficial 145 right now, Ted.
He also is taking this a little bit wide. He's going to cut it early.
This is it. This is everything right here. Stairway to Heaven, cheese grater.
Oh my almost
goodness.
clipped his ass on that.
Pepto-Bismol me up, Ted.
He's not stacking no more. I'll
Heel
tell you
side
that.
turn here, which is a little harder, I think.
Push off the goal.
Yeah. This is a great time. This is a great time. Right through the chute, fog machine. Neil Bennett with an amazing, potentially game-changing lap from Neil Bennett, and he looks like that feels good.
Jack, he's like stone cold Steve Austin right now across his finish line. He is rearing, ready to go. I think he put down the fastest lap we have seen here today.
I have an unofficial at 2:19 for Neil Bennett, which
Pumping
would
up the crowd.
which would be the fastest lap of the day.
Wow.
He's
feeling good. Let's
Neil
see his
absolutely
homie
crushed it.
Austen Silva
I
come
think
up here.
the question right now is that he just and I think Bodhi laid down 2 great laps, but Neil just laid down an all-star lap, and his first lap was a pro lap.
I have absolutely zero idea who is in the lead right now.
I don't either, but I think it's really tight.
Yeah.
I think it's really, really tight. So our last racer, Austen Silva, is dropping in about 30 seconds. This has been a lot of fun.
Let's get ready. Let's
Should Onewheel Racing is so dang bright. This is fun to watch. Like it's fun to see this stuff. The competitors are
the sport
only
just
getting
progressing.
Better. Yeah, it's amazing. It's awesome. And here we have Austen Silva.
Last run of the day.
Last run of the day. He was cooking before he took a spill in the early section. So let's see if he can make that up.
Absolutely smoking through.
Yeah. I can
Temptation
only
Trail.
assume that Austen Silva is riding angry right now, Ted?
You know,
Would you think that?
the way he's approaching these trails, a little
Yeah.
bit of aggression,
Yeah, I think there's
if not a lot of aggression.
I think there's a
You
little.
think he's riding on custom, fully aggressive right now, or you think he's riding in mission or
yeah, I
delirium?
think he's
Or
tuned up to 11 right now.
he looks like.
Look at that charge. And he's also wearing motorcycle boots, and that is a clear signal that he is not messing around, folks.
He's ready to send it. Absolute.
Not only is he ready to send it, but he is actively in the process of sending.
With the Fox mountain bike shorts and knee pads.
Yep, he's taken a spill
Strong
before.
look. Strong look.
He's taken a spill before. He knows how that happens. All right, Austen. This is a statement run for Austen because I think he's out of contention. But if he lays down the
Dude, I don't
fastest
know.
time,
I don't know.
dude,
You
you're
think so?
not gonna beat. You're not gonna beat Neil. What Neil put down or what Bodhi put down.
It's
I don't
really
think.
hard to rule someone out though this
It
early.
is, but if he puts down what if he puts down the fastest lap? I mean, we just saw Neil put down what we think is the fastest lap. What if Austen just right back, kaboom, puts
What
down
if
a fast
Austin
lap?
just sits in the driver's seat of the Chrysler with the keys in it?
Probably did leave the keys in the car. Realistically,
Knowing you, Jack, the keys are in the driver's seat.
she may be unlocked, but she's certainly ours. Austen Silva coming around the bend into the amphitheater, and let's hear it, folks, for Austen Silva.
Last rider of the day.
Last rider of the day.
Onewheel Central Qualifiers. Last lap here down Stairway of Heaven.
In Eureka Springs, Arkansas,
The passion play.
the Passion Play on the Rivers to Babylon, and Austen Silva looking pretty strong. This is a good lap, Ted. He's at 2 right now. He's at 2 minutes. If he pins it, he's going to be up there with the fastest laps that any rider laid down today.
So we think.
So we think. Coming through. We're going to see him on the sand here in a second. Wow. Very, very good lap from Austen Silva. We'll see if it's enough. It may not be.
Dom
And now
is
we have
now
here
running the
is
chips.
Dom, our runner, is running the RFID chips back to base camp, and he's going to see which times
He's going to dip the chip.
he's going to dip the chip, and he's going to see which times reign supreme. Oh, my goodness, ladies and gentlemen. I have an unofficial time of 2:21 on Austen Silva. To all the folks at home, our FPV pilots, thank you. Really incredible work here.
FPV pilots are also one-wheel racers.
Also one-wheel racers. Now, folks, we have all of our riders who are down at the bottom, and we are awaiting the results. If the people in the broadcast booth can hear us, as soon as we get those results, it'd be great to hear it in our ears. We can make an announcement here live on TV. If that's how it works, great. We got the trophies down here. We got the champagne down here. I can just say Ted and I are ready. We're ready to rock. We're ready to crown a
We're
winner
ready to
here.
go.
Ted,
Ready to pop
who
some
do you think?
champagne.
Who do you think's?
Dude, it's too close to call, Jack. Too close to call.
But I think on the men's side, I think personally, I think you got Bodhi, and I think you have Neil. So we're gonna play some of the clips
Roger
that we
that.
saw today. We're gonna bring some of the racers up here. You think we should bring everyone up here, or should we just bring sort of the favorites?
You can bring a selective one, yeah. How you
Why
gonna
don't
do
we bring
this?
everyone up here? Why don't we bring everyone up here? Why don't you talk to people for a second, Ted? I'm gonna corral these racers.
Alrighty.
Hey, racers! Let's
Viewers at home,
racers up. Yeah.
the energy in
All the
the
racers.
pit here
Not all up here.
is pretty electric. Cheers. Here we go.
Hey,
Do some
Kate,
interviews.
You may want to hop on.
1 second there.
All right, we have the racers coming. Oh, it's chaos over here in the announcers booth, but we have the racers coming over here for a result. I guess we're gonna get a few highlights while they're waiting to check the RFID chips. And we have some excited people here. Oh my goodness, folks, how was that? Okay, let's talk to someone. Who wants to come up here? Come on up, Allie. We got Allie coming up. Allie.
What's up?
Talk me through that course. What was the most challenging part for you?
I'm a little bit directionally challenged, so even though I only went through it once, I definitely have to go a few times to learn it. But I almost went the wrong way a couple times on the first run. Second run, super good. I was comfortable with it. I just got off my board at one point. I was pretty uphill, and I hit a little rock and got off, but not too concerned with how much time I wasted with it. But.
Now, the most important question. We have your highlights here. Take me through. That's
right there,
the one.
Right there.
Of course, the replay guys show the one fall. Come on, guys, show the good stuff.
My only fall. Come on.
Take us through what's going on here.
Well, I'm riding a one wheel.
Yep.
Yeah.
So in the commentary booth, we have to really accentuate what's happening here. So it's like it's speed, it's ankle stability versus looseness.
Yeah. I don't know. I kind of keep my front foot up a little forward, so because my turning's it's pretty hard on Vega. So like right here, you can go pretty fast right here. Send it. There's certain spots you can catch your speed, but then like you have to watch out. There's some like rocky areas that get a little technical, a little uphill.
And this part's tricky, huh?
Yeah, turning right there. The turning in general is a little difficult for me, and then on the Vega, it's just a little squarish. It's a little difficult turn. That's where I almost missed my turn the first time. But
I noticed that. You looked like you weren't quite sure which way to go.
if you want me to be honest, I thought I was done with the race right there, and I was like, "Where's everyone at?" and I was like, "Wait, I have to go all the way around."
Where is the applause? That's right, the parking lot. The parking lot, possibly the hardest section of the race.
Was it the Chrysler that distracted you?
Yeah, it should have been a better car.
Ooh, there we go.
Shots fired in the commentating booth. Shots absolutely fired. Racheal, okay, sorry. Take us through the rest of this lap here.
Where am I at right here?
You're about to go.
Allie.
Oh, this part's so sketchy right when you get on it, just because it's more downhill than it looks like it is, and then it's a little bumpy. It looks like it's gonna be smooth, and it's not. And then so you hit that. I'm getting it.
Little uphill.
Uphill, yeah.
Also, what a scene.
I know. This is such a pretty shot. I like that where it's at. I like talking to everyone right here because they're yelling at me, and I'm like, what's up?
And what does it feel like to come down this little section?
It's a little. Everyone starts yelling as soon as they see you, and I'm like, I want to like turn and talk to everyone. I'm like, oh, what's up? And I'm like, oh, I'm racing. And then right here, I'm like, okay, you just got to go as fast as you can because you can nosedive through the whole entrance.
Was the sand a little bit tricky?
No, not to me. I think it's easier to ride on the sand personally.
What was your favorite part of this final race?
I would say there right after you go up like where I fell off the board. Right when you get up off of that, you can go pretty fast, and like you can kind of after you get up that.
Once you get it dialed,
I think we might have the commissioner here with some results. So, Allie, thank you so much.
Okay, for sure.
It's been a pleasure and good job racing today.
Good luck.
Well done.
It's gonna be a tie race.
Oh my goodness, folks!
Let's bring up Justin.
Let's bring up Justin Thompson, the commissioner of the ORL. Should we ready the champagne, Ted? Should we ready the trophies and the champagne? Should we just turn this into an award ceremony here, all in one foul swoop? All right, let's outfit these people with some champagne.
Not only the finest cooks.
Let's get that trophy, Ted. All right, folks. Okay, we're going to announce the women's winner first. Can we get a couple of the men's competitors to volunteer for some champagne? Cade, would you mind running these down there to these people? Thank you. This is the beauty of live.
Shake them up.
This, folks, is truly the beauty of live programming here.
Shake them up, Bodhi.
Okay.
Shake it.
I'm gonna. Do you want to make?
Yeah, let's introduce Justin here as a commissioner.
Do you want to make the announcement? Okay. So, make sure those champagnes are ready to go. Justin, we're gonna give you this to award. Now, are you ready to release the results?
We'll start with fifth place first, though. We're going to start with fifth place first. Fifth place with a time of 6:53.91, Amanda Thompson. Nice work, Mandy, from Boston. All right, 4th place. We've got Miss Racheal Cecil with a time of 5 minutes, 53 seconds, and .42. 3rd place, Allison Stanely, 5 minutes, 52 seconds, .45. 2nd place, Racheal Payne, 5 minutes, 41 seconds. And 1st place, Ms. Raequel McCosker.
And there you have it, folks. Raequel McCosker
Another win under
is
the
the
belt.
women's Central qualifying champion. Congrats, Raequel.
Raquel, come on up here.
Yeah.
And the power's vested in me.
Yes. By the powers vested in me as
Onewheel commissioner.
Onewheel Racing League commissioner. Congratulations, Raequel McCosker.
Raequel, say some words for the fans.
First ORL qualifier
Thank
ever.
you so much, everybody. Can you guys hear me anyway?
Yeah.
Yeah?
On YouTube.
Okay. Well, there's a lot of other fast ladies here too. Like, I got beat here too. Racheal Payne this morning, Racheal Cecil this morning, Allie this morning and today. Like, you guys are all so fast. Amanda, you too. So, y'all rock. Y'all rock. Thank you guys so much for putting on this event and all the hard work that went into it. All of the sponsors, everything. Thank you guys so much. This is awesome, and this place is so amazing. It's beautiful. It's like a theme park meets a mecca for one-wheeling. It's meant for one-wheeling.
Well, congratulations, Raequel McCosker. This is your women's Central Regional champion. Getting an automatic bid into Race to the Rail 2021. We will see you at undisclosed location. Alrighty. And here we go, on to the male. The male Central Regional. You got it, you got it. Here we go. Justin passes on over to the male's Central Regional champion.
Oh, did you get it? Okay, you got it?
I got it right here.
All right.
Females ready with
All right, y'all. So we'll start with 5th place men's. Congratulations to Orie Rush with a time of 4 minutes, 57 seconds. Congratulations. From up in Ohio. Number 4, Floaty McFly, Brenden Schurmeier with a time of 4 minutes, 56 seconds. 3rd place from Northern California, Austen Silva. 4 minutes, 50 seconds. Number 2, Mr. Bodhi Harrison. 4 minutes, 47 seconds.
Champagne.
All right, Mr. Neil Bennett is the winner of the first Onewheel Racing League
Neil Bennett
Central
is
Qualifier.
your 2021 Central Regional champion. Neil Bennett, take the mic.
Congratulations.
Hey, first off, I want to thank my wife for letting me come here. And my 2 kids, I love you, Wade and Ronnie. And mile 1 on my Onewheel, I knew I was going to race trails. And this is like a dream. This is like a dream come true. I've been working for 2 years on racing trails, training with Austen, and a little in shock, but I'm stoked. This has been surreal. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for sticking around.
Let's hear for all our competitors today.
Shout out to Gold Country
our
Onewheel.
winners. What a show. Neil, great job. Congratulations.
Congrats, Neil. And there you have it.
Well, folks.
That is the Central Regional.
You sure?
Yeah.
That is your Central Regional Qualifier. Folks, that was...
What a race. What a race.
That was real exciting. Oh, my goodness. Well, folks, that is it for us today. I had a lot of fun. I hope you did too.
You know, hey, one thing before we go. Race to the Rail 2020. We saw some unprecedented racing
And
here.
we got 2 more qualifiers.
Yeah.
That's just
It's
that
just
is the
beginning.
start.
So if you here at home are watching this and you want to get on the racing,
Yep.
at Onewheel Racing League,
Yep.
get on there, get in a qualifier,
Yep.
come out here.
Las Vegas, May 1st and 2nd. North Carolina, middle of June.
You could be the one raising the hub
Yep.
and getting champagne just
Come hang-
doused overall.
Absolutely. Make sure that you give us a subscribe on the YouTube channel. Follow Onewheel and Onewheel Racing League, but most importantly, just give a clap in the comment section for the racers here today, because that was impressive and that was a lot of fun.
We had a good time. We hope you folks at home had a good time. And from here in Eureka Springs, Arkansas, we bid you farewell.
Over
The
and out.
Central Regional Qualifiers.
At Dirt Surfers.
We're out.
We out of here. California. It'll be interesting to see the Vegas regional, Ted, as well. May 1st and 2nd. That's going to be a lot of talent out there, I would
It's a
assume.
chunk section.
Boom.
Wow.
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 He just charged it.
Dude, he fully went through that whole entire section and then hit the other rock off to the right. That was unreal. Neil Bennett might at this point, I've
Straight
said
through
it
the other chunk.
many times, this dude's putting down a hot lap.
Neil Bennett is putting down hot laps, multiple hot laps, and I think he's still in striking range as well. I think that all of those male competitors in their first laps are really within striking range of each other. Of course, Bodhi and Floaty probably have a target on their back right now.
Yeah.
But Neil Bennett is putting down a very competitive time.
Right in the corner.
Race third corner, gosh, this course is right around there in the backyard.
Pretty solid section through actually. He took that pretty clean.
Yeah, very
lines.
clean, very smooth, very fast.
Dude, this might be low key the fastest lap we've seen.
This may be the fastest lap we've seen.
He also is taking this a little bit wide. He's gonna cut it early.
This is it. This is everything right here. Stairway to Heaven, cheese grater.
Oh my! Almost
goodness.
clipped his ass on that.
Pepto-Bismol me up, Ted, because that is anxiety-inducing.
He's not
Heel
stacking
side-
no more. I'll
Heel
tell you
side
that.
turn here, which is a little harder. I think.
Push off the goal.
This is a great time. This is a great time. Right through the chute, fog machine. Neil Bennett with